Hello guys and welcome back to the show. I'm Willy and this is VideoTalk. It's another unboxing and I'm back here inside because it is pouring rain outside. Although it's summer, it's warm, but it is raining like a goddamn mofo, so I don't want to get my movies wet, so let's do it here. Like in the winter times. And first movie we have here, oh yes, Ilsa 4K Ultra HD, and this was another promotional copy from Levykauppa X, my local movie vendor, so they are providing me this kind of review copies, and watch, I did this already, yes, okay. So Warner Bros. Has brought this steelbook, and this is a 1996 action movie starring Arnold Schwarzenegger, directed by Chuck Russell, and also starring James Caan and bunch of other cool dudes also. Vanessa Williams is the female main character here. And this is like about these kind of gun smugglers who has made these kind of super weapons and they're trying to sell them overseas, and Arnold Schwarzenegger gets a wind of this and he's working like this as a witness protector. So Vanessa Williams is testifying against this weapons company. So although all those bad guys will try to kill her, but not under Arnold Schwarzenegger's watch. No siree. Well, I remember back in the day when I first saw this in the cinemas, yes, and we were kind of worried about Arnold Schwarzenegger's film career because he had made some flops like Last Action Hero and also made like a kids movies like Kindergarten Cop and Junior films. So this was kind of his comeback to the R-rated action, and while it felt good, you knew that something is missing. And yeah, after watching this again from after all these years on this cool looking 4K Ultra HD, I gotta tell you that yeah, it's not a great movie. It's kind of even kind of boring movie and kind of slow movie and a kind of predictable movie, and the action sequences, they're decent but nothing too memorable, and it suffers from very poor CGI, kind of this lazy 90s CGI, and Arnold Schwarzenegger seems like he's not like taking it very seriously. He's not giving, it feels like he's not giving 100% in this one. He even misses like a very obvious one-liner places there, here and there, and it has a very poor one-liners. Those things that are in this movie, they don't like deliver, in my opinion, very good one-liner experience. But yeah, okay, it kind of rolls out okay, and like I said, the action scenes which are there, if you can forget the poor visual effects, and like they're okay. So I will rate this Eraser movie 2.5 stars out of 5, but not the best Arnold Schwarzenegger movie ever. Not for a long shot. But here is the steelbook, looks like this, and it has this kind of cool embossing. The name has been embossed. Yeah, and I don't know, this is kind of new artwork, this, and I don't mind it. I think it is very stylish, yeah. And inside here we have the 4K Ultra HD disc and the Blu-ray disc, and mind you that the extras are surprisingly on this 4K Ultra HD disc instead of Blu-ray disc, and Blu-ray disc only contains the movie. Now I have to comment this picture quality because okay, this is restored by Warner Bros. And oh my god, this is a very good looking movie. Now they, meaning our Warner Bros. Guys, they really know their stuff. I mean, the picture quality looks very sharp all the times, and the darks and the whites, they are really standing out, but yet this retains this kind of natural film look, although it has Dolby Vision and HDR improvements here and there. But you can clearly tell from the first scene that okay, now we are talking about the brilliant restoration. This looks absolutely amazing. Very detailed facial textures, very detailed like clothing textures all around. So it's a real treat to watch on this 4K Ultra HD presentation, and it also includes Dolby Atmos audio track. So you can treat your ears with this audio visual experience and your eyes too. And also this includes the original audio track, 5.1 audio track. I think this is a very cool idea that since the Terminator, I think Warner Bros. Has included always the original soundtrack in their releases. I think this is great service because there are lots of people who want to hear the original soundtrack, want to hear like they remember it to be, but I'm not as purist as those people, so I always choose when there's like a Dolby Atmos or something newer sound mix. So yeah, but I will have to say that although this looked very good, it was brilliant, perfect restoration. My player is starting to, fall apart because I couldn't watch this completely. Now, this is a triple layered 4K Ultra HD disc. Now, during some time in the 90 minutes marks, yes, this was very, very very high bitrate release because I think it moved to the third layer when the movie hit in the 90 minutes mark, and this is almost 2 hours film, so they have really used well this capacity of this disc. But when it hit the 90-minute mark, it instantly starts to glitch on my player. Now, Boogie Nights did this same thing, so I'm suspecting that my player's this kind of laser reading head is so like used up, so it cannot anymore clearly read the outer, this last layer, which is in the deep. This is the last in the bottom of this. I don't know how it works, but no, but it is most likely in the bottom, at the under all these other layers. So it didn't work for me. So I had to watch the other 30 minutes from the Blu-ray, which fucking pissed me off. So maybe I loan this to somebody who can check it out that this is not a faulty disc, and if it's not, which I suspect very highly, then I need to get me a new player because this fucking shit pisses me off. But for the movie Eraser, I give 2.5 stars. It's not great, but definitely for the presentation, I think this is one of the better looking 4Ks I have ever seen. Yeah. And next up we have Excalibur. This was a film that I have seen plenty of times. From the Finnish TV broadcast, I used to have it on VHS tape, and also I used to have the Finnish DVD, kind of very early bullshit DVD. So, but it has been very, very long time since I have last watched the Excalibur and remember it being a very good movie. But now here we have Arrow Video's limited edition of this John Boorman film, and this was came also to me from Levykauppa X, but this was not a review copy, not a promotional copy, so I bought this myself. We have a booklet. It's kind of thick booklet for Arrow Video booklet. This is over 100 pages. Okay. I didn't read it because I only have time to watch this. Yeah, containing also information of this mega project. And now this was John Boorman's like this passion project, and it's kind of weird to me that he had such a huge problems finding money. The funding for this movie. When you think about this, looking back, that this is such an obvious film to fund back in the day. So I don't know, but he had difficulties in funding this thing, and now we have ourselves a 4K Ultra HD and Blu-ray containing extras. No movie on Blu-ray except for this. This is a limited edition, and this includes the third disc, which includes bonus disc, and that bonus disc includes the television cut of Excalibur, which is running 20 minutes shorter. So I'm not necessarily keen to watch that because I think Excalibur as a movie, it's perfect like it is on this 2 hour and 20 minute version. I really do like the movie. I think it is very well made adventure movie, but also it has this kind of strange atmosphere to it. This kind of John Boorman atmosphere to it, and yeah, kind of surrealistic in places, but yet it is easy to follow. You can understand it Not necessarily you can say the same thing about Boorman's the Zardos movie, but I think this is a lot better movie than Zardos. But don't get me wrong, Zardos is a classic too and great picture. But I will rate definitely Excalibur movie, I will rate it 4 stars, and this really is completely, picture quality is fantastic. It has great set of extras, interview from John Boorman and interview from Neil Jordan, because Neil Jordan was the guy who made a document out of making of Excalibur. Now this was something that not was really done back in the day, but he did the documentary and there's an interview from him. But as you may or may not know, Neil Jordan is one of the better known Irish film directors nowadays. Yeah, and bunch of other interviews too and couple of video essays. So overall this is an outstanding package. I highly recommend this, but I think this sold out, this Excalibur. Correct me if I'm wrong, but from Arrow Video you probably don't get it anymore. So it says here 52 euros and 99 cents, but I got this a little bit cheaper price. It was like 45 euros or something like that. So, but this only includes one thing, and this is one VHS. Of course, I obviously have to show you the VHSs too, because VHS kicks ass, and I'm a collector of VHSs. Oh my god, there's a long lingerie advertisement there. I'm not gonna be showing you that because the YouTube will censor me. But here we have Lee Van Cleef in some film called Tappo Tuulella. Batman's River. So this is a Kolmoskanava release. Now this is kind of funny release here in Finland. So I am a collector of Kolmoskanava, and this is something that I didn't have previously. Although I have this Batman's River, I think I have it on dollar video, so didn't need necessarily to get this. But yeah, I gotta have all Kolmoskanavas. So it says Kolmoskanava is also famous for these kind of funny back cover texts here, and this too says that Kova Junnu vauhdissa, says here in the advertisement. Sentence here, and how would you translate it? It's kind of funny way to put it in Finnish language. Well, I guess you could say that tough geezer on the roll or something like that. Tough bloke on the rampage or something like that. Okay, but Tappo Tuolella paid 18 euros only for that, so I think it was a good deal. And that was the whole box of that. And finally we have still one box to go. This is a little bit shorter unboxing than my usual, but this is even more sweeter, especially when we are unboxing treasures like these. John Woo's, I think this is the third best movie, Bullet in the Head. Oh my god. Was it from year 1991 or 1990 exactly? But this is a war movie about these 3 friends who are dragged into this war zone. Was it Vietnam or Cambodia? Some sort of crazy war zone. It has been a while since I have last watched it, but I remember this including very brutal scenes and very well made, like these war fighting sequences. And this is starring Tony Leung, Jackie Cheung, and Waise Lee. Okay, so it has a very huge star casting in it. But let's see what's in this Arrow Videos box set. This came from Arrow Video directly. Yeah. So this is a great looking original artwork. I have always liked this. This is, in my opinion, great. I think this was the UK artwork. And this is the new artwork from Arrow Video. I think this is very nice. Very nice. But you can always trust on Arrow Video. And then a booklet with Arrow Video writing here some sort of essays about this film. Great movie. And this is not as long as on Excalibur. This is only 40 pages long, but You don't rate books by their length, you rate it by their contents, but I think it has a great contents in it. I'm sure of it. And the box here is like this this is the best type of box in my opinion. This kind of hard cardboard and it's, doesn't like shine through. You know, doesn't reflect any light. So I think this material is great. Look, great feeling material. So the first disc here is Ultra HD. It contains theatrical cut and extras. And the second disc also is the something. It's a Blu-ray and it contains festival cut. Now I don't know what's the difference between festival cut and director's cut, but from the top of my head, I think this includes some sort of like a video about the different differences between these two versions, I think. And finally we have third disc, which includes only some extras. So once again, only Blu-ray, only 4K release, except the alternative cut is on Blu-ray. But looking real hard watching this again. Okay, I still have one more box for you, and this is from Wow HD, and this is from Wow HD sale, and this, my friends, I'm sorry to report, this will be my final box from Wow HD, and this is because they stopped sending stuff to EU because of these new stupid custom fees that the EU imposed on products that are sent from outside of Europe. And Wow HD is the victim of this because they have stated that this is now no longer feasible to send stuff to Europe because of this €3 per product new fee. Okay, I'm very sad to see them go, but hey, it is the situation. We are living dire times. Yeah, but hey, it's the final box, so let's see what the cat dragged in this time. Okay, 3D film. This is a 3D movie from 3D Archive and Kinolorber, and this is a KinoCult release. KinoCult 45. Okay, and this is a actual Blu-ray 3D film, obviously, and so far those guys from the 3D Archive, they have made some great restorations of these older 3D movies, and this time this is more like a maybe more like a sexploitation movie, the Stewardesses. So as I understand, if I do understand it correctly, this was the most profitable 3D movie until James Cameron's Avatar. Now it's a 3D picture about these stewardesses who fly around the world and maybe have some romantic relationships with their passengers. A groovy time capsule from the more permissive era. The camp classic The Stewardesses follows a flock of friendly flight attendants who spent their layovers engaging in casual sexual encounters and popular amusements. Yeah, okay. I have, well, maybe I think I have seen some version of this from Al Adamson box. Maybe Al Adamson box from Severin included some sort of stewardess movie. Okay, maybe that was a clone of this one. Maybe, but I don't know. But I got this because of, I'm a sucker for these 3D pictures, 3D Blu-ray DVD pictures, and I'm a sucker also for the kind of like a grindhouse classic, so I will give it a go. And this is a Region A 3D disc, obviously. It even includes the anaglyph glasses, and it looks like this, and it even has a reversible sleeve. So okay, I'm actually looking forward in watching this. It's 93 minutes and it's from year 1969. Okay, maybe it's good, maybe the 3D. I don't see why this type of film has to be in 3D, but I guess I will find that out soon enough. I think the packaging is quite good, yeah, and yes, the main attraction here is, for me at least, the 3D, actual 3D aspect of it, and I still have my 3D television in my balcony there. Yeah. Okay, then Mark and Lester action double feature. The Base and The Base 2, Guilty as Charged, starring Mark Dacascos. Now, okay, yes, I'm a big fan of Mark and Lester, Class of 1984 and Commando, those, and Showdown in Little Tokyo. Well, those are amazing pictures, but I have never seen The Base. Not this filmed double feature, although it even has Mark Dacascos in it. I don't know, for some reason it just slipped out of my range then. Okay, for this I paid $23.05, and for this double feature I paid $80.52, so not a bad price for two action pictures. Okay, and this also is a Kino Lorber release, and can't comment any further on these films because I have not seen them. But this I have seen them, and of course it is a Jess Franco joint, and yeah, it is trying to cash in on the Ilsa craze. It even has the same actor, Diane Thorne, but I think this film has a multiple of different titles. Ilsa the Mad Butcher and Ilsa the Weekend Warden and Ilsa this and Ilsa that and whatever. But as far as I remember, this is not at all like the previous Ilsa films, which actually were Canadian movies, but I don't think this is a Canadian movie. Maybe this is a Spanish movie. Okay, but this is a Kino Lorber, another Kino Cult release, Kino Cult 48. And it's a 4K Ultra HD, so it's a great time to be alive because these types of very marginal films are getting an actual 4K Ultra HD release. That's great stuff. Okay, it has a slipcover that looks like this, and it even has a bunch of extras, audio commentaries, and then interviews with the Steven Trower. Yes, I like that guy. And another documentary or something like that with novelist, critic Tim Lucas and author, film historian Stephen R. Bissett. Familiar guys to me. Yeah, have to see that again. Cause Ilsa kicks freaking ass, man. Okay, the final one is here, and of course it is Mr. Bond! I'm glad I got this because this was not expensive, $85.10, and you can discount 15% out of the price. Okay, I had to pay the import fees, but I'm very happy that I got this James Bond collection. Now, yes, you can obviously see that this is not the Steelbook edition because I didn't like the cover style of that Steelbook edition. I mean the box set which has Steelbooks in it, but I'm sure they will do some other releases as well. So I settled for this kind of budget release of this collection, which includes all Sean Connery James Bond films. Yeah. So obviously this includes Dr. No, From Russia with Love, Goldfinger, Thunderball, You Only Live Twice, my favorite of Sean Connery Bonds, and also Diamonds Are Forever, my least favorite of Sean Connery Bonds. And yeah, this is kind of bare-boned release. Okay, the cover is kind of weird amalgamation of different posters, Japanese posters and whatnot. And this don't include any Blu-rays, and I don't mind it. From Russia with Love is strangely the first disc in this set. 10 Goldfinger, 10 Thunderball, and 10 You Only Live Twice, and Diamonds Are Forever. Okay, where's Dr. No? I see, Dr. No was under this digital code. But for some strange reason, Amazon, who currently owns the James Bond franchise, they didn't import this to Nordic countries, or is there a UK disc? But I know for a fact that there's no Nordic release of this. Maybe this was exclusive only to United States, maybe. But now I got me some James Bonds on 4K Ultra HD, and hopefully Amazon will do Roger Moore's Bonds next, because I'm looking forward in watching them. But these two, of course. Okay, but that is my unboxing for this day. Okay, a little bit sad to see WoW HD go, but tell me in the comments what did you think about this whole lot that I showed you this time. And now, thank you for watching. Remember to like, subscribe and all that jazz. And now, go watch a movie because I sure will. Thanks. Bye.